All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're looking at a pretty fascinating online advertising system, one that's making some seriously bold claims. It's called EOIA, and it says it can guarantee your growth online in a way you've probably never heard of. So let's pull back the curtain and see how this thing is supposed to work.
And when I say bold, I mean this bold. This is the promise right at the heart of it all. A guaranteed 200% return on your investment. I mean, come on, that's the kind of number that makes you lean in and go, wait, what? How on earth is that even possible? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack in this explainer.
So here's our roadmap. First, we'll figure out what EOIA even is. Then, we'll look at the ad packages you can choose from. After that, we dive into those guaranteed benefits, check out the cool tech behind it all, and finally, we'll talk about the referral community that ties it all together. Pretty simple, right? Let's do it.
Okay, so before we can even begin to understand that 200% guarantee, we've got to start with the basics. What does EOIA actually stand for, and what's the big idea that makes it tick?
So, EOIA stands for Equal Opportunity Internet Advertising. And the name really says it all. The whole principle here is fairness. It's not like other platforms where whoever has the deepest pockets gets to sit at the top of the page forever. Nope. Here, every advertiser in a category pays the exact same price and gets their turn in the number one spot. It's kind of like taking turns, making sure everyone gets a moment in the sun.
Okay, so that's the core philosophy, equal opportunity. But how does that translate into something you can actually use? Well, for any advertiser, the first step is pretty simple. You just choose one of 3 packages. And the breakdown is really straightforward. You've got the starter package for just £52, which runs for 52 days. It's perfect if you just want to test the waters. Then there's the standard, which seems to be the most popular option at about £162 for a whole year. And for maximum visibility, you have the star package. It costs more, yeah, but your ad gets put in the sidebar, which means it's seen on literally every single page. Plus, you'll notice they all come with some bonus ads thrown in, which is a nice touch. And actually getting your ad up and running, it's designed to be super easy. You just buy your package, shoot them your details, your link, your graphic, that sort of thing, and that's it. You're done. The EOAI team takes it from there, handling the design and setup for you to approve. It's about as hands-off as it gets for a business owner. All right, now we're getting to the juicy part. The part you've probably been waiting for. The numbers. How in the world does EOA actually stand behind these claims of guaranteed results?
And there it is again. A guaranteed minimum 200% ROI. In the world of online advertising where things can be so unpredictable, putting the word guaranteed next to a number like that, that's a huge deal. It's really the foundation of their entire offer.
But get this, the source material also says that 200% is just the starting point. For businesses with really valuable products or services, the potential ROI could be way, way higher. We're talking over 1,000%. So think of it like this. 200% is the floor, but for the right business, the ceiling is incredibly high. So you're still asking, how did they do it? Well, this slide is a huge piece of that puzzle. A full 30% of the money you pay for your ad gets immediately turned around and spent on promoting your specific ad across social media and search engines. So you're not just buying a spot on a website, you're literally buying your own dedicated marketing budget. Now, beyond just the money and the guarantees, there's some really interesting tech and strategy going on behind the scenes. This is what they call their secret sauce, the stuff that really makes it all work.
Which leads us to the million-dollar question, right? There's so many ad platforms out there. What really makes this one different? It's not just one single thing. It's actually a whole bunch of things working together. So the strategy is kind of multi-layered. They use their own digital marketing agency called Fuscha, plus they do a ton of social media promotion. But what's really unique is they have a team of paid professionals whose entire job is to go out and actively promote all the ads on the platform. It creates this shared ecosystem where everyone is helping to lift everyone else up.
Okay, now this is where it gets really cool and, frankly, pretty futuristic. The system uses something called an EOIA Advertising Track ID for AI. Just think of it like a special digital tag, or a fingerprint that's attached to your ad. This tag gives specific instructions to AI models like Gemini or GPT, telling them what your ad is about and who it's for. So instead of your ad being shown as just another ad, an AI can recommend your business as a genuinely helpful solution to someone's question. That's a total game changer. And I love this quote because it's the perfect pivot. It basically says, hey,
The opportunity here isn't just about advertising your own stuff. It's about being able to spot other businesses that could totally crush it with this system. And that thought leads us straight into the final piece of this whole puzzle.
Right. That whole idea of understanding who would benefit is so important because it's the key that unlocks the final part of the EOIA model, a community that actually turns its own advertisers into its biggest promoters.
Here's how it works. When you buy any ad package, you automatically get access to what's called the 2LM referral community. 2LM just stands for two-level marketing. What that means is you can earn money by recommending EOAI to other businesses. But, and this is the kicker, you also earn a commission from the recommendations that they go on to make. It creates this powerful network effect that's built to help everyone grow faster.
So let's just do a quick lightning round recap. What are the biggest takeaways from the EOIA model? 1. A guaranteed 200% ROI. 2. 30% of your fee gets reinvested to promote your own ad. 3. That innovative AI track ID for super smart modern targeting. And 4. You automatically get access to the referral community, which opens up a whole new opportunity.
And the source material leaves us with this thought, which I think is pretty powerful. It frames this system as more than just an ad service. It's a chance to be a pioneer. The message is pretty clear. Sometimes jumping on a new idea first is where the biggest rewards are found. And that's really the question to leave you with. With all its guarantees, its unique reinvestment model, and that clever AI integration, could this totally different way of thinking about advertising be the key you've been searching for? Definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for tuning in.